Hi, welcome to Friday's live trading. I do apologise, it's Kim here actually instead of Charlie, and I apologise because I forgot completely about recording any live trading on a Friday because, well, it's Friday and Charlie does Fridays, but of course where's Charlie? Charlie's away at the moment, so he took a bit of an extended holiday because he didn't book it himself and he left it to his missus, so he tells me. I reckon he plans to have a couple of extra days, but there we go. So what happened on live trading Friday live? I stood in for Charlie today for a change and forgot to press any recording buttons. I just did the usual thing, popped off, run my daughters to school, got back, carried on. So what did we end up with? Well, all I can show you is what our traders saw, and there we go. Here's our room for the day. Just at the end of the day here, you can see the positions here. Actually, I just updated them with a daily update to start with, and then we went short on the euro at 114.02. That was at 8:34. It may have been just before then actually. This is the stamp of the time in the room here at 8:34. Went short with a 14.02 entry. That was 14.23 actually, not 22.5, but there we go. It was so there's where the stop was. It's a bit bigger than normal because it was a little bit volatile, and I'll show you why in a moment, why we needed to be out of the way. And then we added in. I wanted to add in a bit more, but I had to go out. Look. This was late when I was leaving here. I don't know why it was 8:41, but it was 8:41. I was running very late here. I managed to get a quarter added in because it started moving where I really wanted it. I couldn't add in anything more beyond that, so that's where I ended up with for the day. Now, and as you see, I went off. We ended up. We let it run. We stuck to the plan and let the trade run, and it was at 13.33 that we actually profits were taken. So that's what we ended up with: 31 on one position and 38 on the other. So what was the plan? I'll show you. I'll talk you through it. I apologise as I say I didn't record it as we went along, but I'll show you what we did. So the plan was quite simple. I was trading back for this daily pivot here below us. Now back at this point here, I had an overbought signal. I'm just going to take away the pen for a moment. I'll show you the signal. Came in on my inflection point indicator just at this level here. It was just coming in. It's been a bit choppy, so it could have easily just pushed on through, so I didn't want to put a massive stop in it, but I had a reasonable target back to it. It's a good probability. It's a probability trade I was taking here, so that's what I was running back for. On the add-ins, it gave me a better risk reward. It wasn't so good on the entry, but I was a little bit slow in taking. I missed, to be fair, I was backwards and forwards a little bit because I wasn't planning to be here this morning. So I got in on this candle, this 8:30 candle, and managed to get in. It was almost just as obviously it had the chance of bouncing off the 521. It had already tested it or air kissed it before, but it did hit it and it did give it a bounce. Now that bounce gave me an opportunity. As I said, it got in at 8:41, so I added in just as it was just chipping back a little bit here. I wasn't too worried about it running through, and put the stop above the highs here again. So we had the stop above the highs, no higher than 124 I think it was on the second position there. Anyway, I went away and this is what happened. And as soon as someone mentioned it, and he got an absolute caning from the rest of the guys in the room, we won't mention his name at all, Stanley, but as soon as he mentioned it, of course it rallied back up, and we did smile a little bit. But of course we had to wait for the news. The plan was down here. The probability is this trade. Now have to confess, it's one of those you sit through and you think, well, it's only half a position, it's not a big stop, the stop's far enough away, so well, may get a bit of slippage, and that's the risk. Going into non-farm payrolls, sometimes people say, well, you should just get out of the trade, and we could have got out of the trade. It's got us back into even a profitable position back at 13.20, but the thing is that the plan's a plan sometimes, and I just thought, well, you know, half a position size overall, let's let it run. And it ran, and we exited. Now I did have bigger intentions, but I just watched the news, watched what the news was, and I got slipped a little bit, so I got a bit more out than I expected, because my actual target, although it was the pivot, it was just above it. Got a little bit more because it slipped through it. and it actually gave me a positive slip. I was cheered along for that. And then I manually exited. I'd moved the second limit order out the way, and but then manually closed it. I was wary that it could have bounced back up. At the moment that the dollar is getting a bit of a caning, and you can see, yep, I was sort of wrong initially. I could have probably left it a bit longer, but you never know where it's going to run to. Unfortunately, well, other news then came in and took it away anyway. But I had an idea that we may have got stopped back here, but a plan is a plan. This has got a good probability of being hit. So there we go. That was Friday's live trading. Sorry, it's as I say, it's poster time. The date stamps are all there. The people would that were in the room would reassure you it was done as it was done. Left it as it was, and there we go. All the time, everything was posted just here. So apologies for not printing it, but it's a real case of sticking for the plan and making what on average there 40, let's call it 40 70 35 pips roughly for half a position. So 17 net pips, not bad for a Friday where we didn't expect to do anything too much. I was really hoping it would, I say hoping, I was statistically planning for it to have happened a lot earlier, but there was just no volatility in the market this morning at all. So there we go. Almost my confession. Planning, hoping, whatever. No, I'd planned, and I stuck with my plan. So that was it. So this is Kim, being Kim. Have a great weekend. Bye for now.